a bit. Stream should have started already. Okay, where's the stream? Control F5 again. Where's the stream? There it is. Okay. Click thingy. Mute that laptop. Real quick, put a message in the chat. Send. Click here. Pop out of chat. Minimize that. Okay. So when y'all get to this point in the video, feel free to throw a hello down in the chat down there. Like I said in the other video, I'm just going to be kind of straightening up and sprucing things up. So if I don't get to your message right away, I'm sorry. And also in case I forget that the camera's on and I do something weird, I also apologize for that. Regardless, I hope you all enjoy the show. Probably turn this so y'all can see what I'm working on. Adjust the camera ever so slightly. I've just got a bunch of stuff that's been building up for the longest time. Like case in point, beyond the box in front of you there has just been a lot of stuff building up in the background. No, that isn't a human face. That's an old 1987 Freddy Krueger mask, just laying back over there behind the Ninja Turtle slipper next to the Buzz Lightyear. Anyways, all back down over here. So like I was saying, I'm just taking this time since I've got a day off to, fix all this mess. That's a Dr. Dreadful item that goes with the Dr. Dreadful body wrap set. In the box. Y'all saw that, right? That's the kind of weird, silly nonsense that happens in my everyday life. That goes in here. I believe, not sure where this one went. I'm fairly certain this tube went in there. This spoon, I think, goes in here, along with not that, but this is Monster Mix. Pretty sure this stuff goes in there too. Oh, that one's already got the stuff in it. Okay, so this would go with the Monster Doctor body wrap set. Okay. The other part of the reason for why I decided to do all this today is not just because I have the day off, just I'm kind of sick of every time I come into my office, it's just this big mess. It's nuts. Anyway, enough about that. Where did I put that Walmart bag? Right in front of me. Okay. Now we got all these broken Ninja Turtles and extra accessories and stuff. These guys were supposed to be part of a video series I was going to do where I would go through and take a bunch of busted like zombie turtles like this and excuse me, try and bring them back. Try and build good turtles out of all these unfortunately broken, busted pieces. But then time and money became an issue. Money in a big way. I'm just so frustrated that so many things cropped up and just took all these plans I had and just like slammed them into a wall and said, you're not doing that because your life. Anyway, once I get my financial situation straightened around again, hopefully I'll still have this stuff and I won't have sold it off in order to get gas or some kind of BS like that. Then I will be able to get back into doing those kind of videos that I've been wanting to do. So I can give these poor Ninja Turtles a second chance. My apologies if this portion of the video is kind of boring, but we only just started. There's more to come. Also, let me know in the comments. Do you want me to put on some music or something? Because I'm sure just having me over here quietly puttering around and tossing stuff into a bag or into bags and seeing me mostly like this from like the shoulders down is probably not the most entertaining thing in the world. I will put on music if y'all want. Just throw a comment over there in the comments section and I'll make it happen. Bebop, some Rocksteadies. Movie Star Splinter. Okay. The other part of the reason why I'm cleaning off this box in particular is I'm going to be taking that camera and the table and stuff that's sitting on and putting it on top of there so that y'all can actually see what I'm going to be working on. The main thing that I'm working on today, the backdrop area for where I record my other videos. Put those poor old souls over there. Boober and Wembley. Over here. And now that I've got this box cleared off, random plastic suction cup. All right, here we go. And there we are. Let's try and get that a bit more. This table isn't bleeding so much. There. And camera just so. There. Alrighty then. Main thing, let's get these next mutation turtles off of that shelf so I can have room to put other things. Like I said, feel free to drop a line over in the comments section. And also let me know if you think I should put music on. It'll all be royalty free, just so you know, but it'll be something. Put this Master Splinter in the air out. This one for Dragon Lord. Get out of that one. Oh boy. I gotta remember which turtles these accessories went with. This one's got bow staffs, so I'm going to work under the assumption that a Donatello came out of this packaging. There. Let's see. That one's got a giant pair of size, so I'm going to guess that's Raphael. I figure out who goes with these ones. Not seeing any nunchaku, but I am seeing a couple of swords, so I'm going to guess this one, Leonardo, would go in. And since the other three have all been packaged off and put in their baggies, that obviously leaves Michelangelo to go in this bag. That Doot. I've got 4 more baggies. Let's see. Oh, that's right. The big one, Raphael and his motorcycle goes in. Ow, that was a thing on the floor and it hurt my foot. There you go, Raph. And if you're wondering why these Ninja Turtles look kind of funny, though you probably haven't seen much of them, is because these ones were from a live-action TV series from 1997 called Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Go ahead and put Shredder in this one, all by his lonesome. Oh, wait a minute, there were a couple of accessories in there. I believe these go to the Shredder. Hello, Lena's Kitty World. Go ahead and drop those in the Shredder. So how's it going today? OMG, love the Goosebumps Blacker. Oh, well, thank you very much. That's an original 1995, 96, I forget which, set of bed sheets that obviously were made back in the 90s. I picked those up at a convention a couple of years ago. I'm glad you like them. Just missing the fitted sheet and the comforter. I've got the pillowcase, I've got this top sheet, and I've got a blanket, but those are all packed away at the moment, obviously. Go ahead and put the dragon foot character in here. Right back at you. Him in there. And I've got an extra bag left over. Go ahead and use this on Venus de Milo. One of the most controversial turtles because she was the very first female turtle that they came out with for that series. And the series itself, Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation, did not last very long. For better or for worse. So you'll have a visual representation. That's a videotape, I believe the only originally released VHS cassette that they made of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. This is one of 2 of these that I own currently. Not that it probably matters to a lot of you, depending on how many people are viewing, but regardless, I'm getting slightly off task. Okay, so now get all these little buggers in there. Then we got a little of the mask action going on. There we go. Oh, so many Ninja Turtles toys collectibles. Is that the... As a matter of fact, it is. I was just talking about that. And the mask. Where to put you dorks? I'll focus on that once I finish putting away the Next Mutation dudes. And the only next mutations figure I have that's still in the box, this villain known as Vami, who's literally just some random Chinese vampire that they threw into the series for reasons. Go ahead and put Vami here on the laptop. These and I've been collecting this stuff for a long time, just in case you were wondering. Lots of garage sales, flea markets, yard sales, Goodwill. That's all those put away, and box lid for the tub. I love the movie The Mask, watched it a lot. It's an alright movie. Personally, I like it, but I don't know if it still holds up. It has been quite some time since I last watched the film in its entirety. Here. And now move on to the big project, which is getting all of this redone. Where to put you two? Set you on this shelf over here. Move this chair out of the way. Okay. Not going to worry about the turtles in the background. You guys stay right where you are. Except for you. You over a bit. You over because you're standing at an angle and I don't like that. Alright, now let's see here. For any new comments, nothing new. The rubber band from that Danny O'Day ventriloquist puppet. There, because I hold on to weird things for some reason. Alright, let's go top shelf. Will be my McDonald's buckets. There's one of the witches. Buried under stuff on the floor. Witches, I got all the pumpkins over here. Oh yeah, almost forgot. A hint of an upcoming fun size review. Zapp's potato chips, New Orleans kettle style evil eye chips. That's going to be kind of a fun one. I hope. All right. So let's try and break up the colors a bit. We'll go with this happy-go-lucky little guy right here. And the original witch. Lid for another one of our pumpkin pails. Another lid for a pumpkin pail. This one's actually attached to one. Good. All right. Pumpkin number 1. Or number 2. Actually, let's take Happy-Go-Lucky Pumpkin right there and replace him with McGoblin. Goblin, McWitch. All right. So we've got McPumpkin. All right, we'll go with McPumpkin next. Don't want that to fall on the floor. There. What do you think of the arrangement of the pails so far? I'm kind of digging it as it sits right now, but I want to get some viewer feedback. What do you think? While I wait on a response. Wow, that's a lot of pumpkin basket. I know, right? Now let's see. I think now is when. Is there called the McWitch? Don't have a name on it. But that's where McWitch Model 2 is going to go. So orange, green, orange, green. And should I move the turtles? No, I'm going to leave the turtles there. I'll put more buckets down here, perhaps. We got 3 buckets left. While I'm thinking on that, go ahead and move this mouse pad and Mahopage CD thingy over here. Then I've got my Halloween themed TY bear. Let's see, what was his name again? Haunt. Haunt the bear. Not sure where I'm going to put this little goober. So for the moment, I'm going to leave him sitting right there. My Magic the Gathering Ninja Turtles themed cards. Put these here. Random little fiddly thingies. Dick Tracy trading cards. Ninja Turtle star thingy. Okay. I could potentially put something there now that that spot's open. All right, so again, my viewers, or viewer, if it's only the one person, do you think this is a good little arrangement for these, or do you think I should try something else for this top shelf? Your collection is a masterpiece. Well, thank you very much. As stated a few minutes ago, this has taken me a long time. These little fellas out of the way. That's right, I took the batteries out of you. Let's see, I need a bag or something for these. Yoink another one out of these Halloween masks. Okay. Put my Tales from the Crypt action figures in there. Where's the gargoyles down there? You in here. And don't really want to just go putting my carded Crypt Keeper in there. But I mean, his card's pretty beat up anyway. Go ahead and put you in there. Okay. I think that's good as the way it is, as the way you put it. Okay. I appreciate the feedback. Oh, missed a thing. Get in the box with everything else. Okay. So, I actually going to push these back a bit on the shelf. So I'll have a spot to put the Addams Family action figures, have them at the forefront this year. Fester, Lurch. Don't really want to cover up the faces of the pumpkins. Fester like that. Morticia right here. Go ahead and put Grandmama there. Okay, and then go ahead and put Lurch on the next shelf up. That looks okay. Actually, I think now Fester, we're gonna swap you out for Pugsley. So we got Pugsley, doesn't want to stand up right now. His legs adjusted a little bit. There, okay. So we got Pugsley, Morticia, Grandmama. Go ahead and put Porky Pig somewhere else. Now let's see. I think for the moment I can go ahead and put Fester back there, where I had Vamie. So I'm going to do that very thing. Excuse me, Krang. Leave it up there for the moment. Won't really matter that you can't see the figure too well, as long as you'll be able to see where it says the Addams Family. That works. Okay. Come on back down, Krang. Alright, now I still kind of like having that pumpkin there. It's a nice backdrop. And I think I'm actually going to take this guy out of the equation entirely. Ah, my little piggies. Random little things that I got for a friend. Still waiting to be able to give them to him when the time comes. And in case you're watching this, these are in fact for you. Weird X-Files light that works when it wants to. Move that over here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Things are looking different in a good way. Okay. Let's go ahead and not this particular pumpkin, not that pumpkin, but this guy. Let's go ahead and take up good old McBoo here. Place him there. These poor old action figures, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Case in point, Lurch here. You're supposed to push this button in his back to make his arms raise up, and he goes like, his mouth pops open. But because he's so old, sometimes that function doesn't quite work right. And of course, as I bring him in front of the camera, he starts working almost perfectly. Goofy toy. Okay. Now, all that's left when it comes to the pails are this guy and this guy. I've already got one of him set up, so we'll put you right there. I like it. I really am liking how this is coming together. Okay. put this one over here. Think, think, think. Thinking. Let's move some stuff. Oh, still have to rinse that out. In case anyone saw my Dr. Pepper Dark Berry review, there's the bottle from that, and here's a can because I wanted to have some more of this stuff, and I couldn't find the bottles, but I found a full 12-pack of cans in my local Walmart. That was a good day. Back there. Pardon me just a moment. Gotta get myself a drink. Yeah. That feels better. Put that bottle over there, and now, okay. What else can I move around on these shelves? We can put Fester over here on the end. But then where to put Lurch? Up here. No, I don't trust that. I don't want him falling down and getting broken. It's turning out so good. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's just take the All Real Monsters figurines out of the equation entirely. I suppose we could put Lurch over here, but it looks kind of weird just standing there by himself. This little dude can go back with my Goosebumps collection in the other bedroom. So for now, we'll put it over here with the Ninja Turtles. Okay. Let's move some more stuff out of the way. Stuff doesn't need to be there anymore. And look. Okay. And my talking crypt keeper. Don't know if you saw this particular video yet. This was part of my Oktoberfest series from last year, I think. It's when I actually talked about my Tales from the Crypt figures and stuff. Find that button. Very happy to own this thing, even with this kind of floppy head. All right, so Crypty, little Crypt Keeper, you stand you up there like that. Okay, got a whole shelf basically to work with. Still really like the look of this pumpkin right here, so I'm going to leave that guy right there. Leave old Jack sitting where he is. Move on to the next shelf down. Whoa, almost fell over. Got drink koozie, a bunch of cassette tapes and things. What else? Go ahead and move these over here. Haunted mask, little thingamajig over here. What else? Coaster. Ninja Turtle McDonald's toys. Got this little Simba finger puppet thingy. All this stuff over here. Simba thing was sticky. Bunch of used Q-tips from when I've been cleaning video games and stuff. When I did that Thankmas stream. I sometimes collect old little statues of angels and put them on my dresser because she inspired me to collect stuff like old statues. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad I could inspire someone to do something. Okay, I now have a use for the pumpkin. He is my temporary little trash can. All right. Kinder thingamabob. Okay, it is recyclable. Good. I recycle that. Oh, I know what that goes to. Put that in the box down there. Anything else sitting up here? Huh, Swamp Thing. A cool little action figure of a DC Comics character. I think it was DC. And I've got an interesting little bit of a story behind this particular figure, and not this exact one. When I was a lot younger, I was living in southern Ohio, and we liked to go to, I think it was a Salvation Army outlet store. But we were very much not wealthy. We were pretty poor back then. So we went to that place, and my mother would let my sister and I pick out like a bunch of toys and stuff. And during one of our little trips there, I picked out a Swamp Thing action figure. And it was one of the coolest toys I'd ever had. Because for one thing, it was basically this guy, only he had both of his hands, didn't have one busted off at the wrist. With this figure, they glow in the dark. Let's see if I can show that real quick. Just holding the light over here for a couple seconds, and then boom. I still can't really tell. Regardless, glow in the dark figure. And one of the cool things about him was that, unfortunately, this one doesn't really work so well. But, oh, there we go. If I lean him forward, you can kind of see it. But you would squeeze his legs together, and his arms would do like a punching move. Unfortunately, over the years, I had to get rid of that one. Oh, I just realized this guy's missing a couple toes. Dang. This guy's been through the wars. Regardless, yeah, pretty cool little action figure. Still have to figure out, how to use him in a display in a backdrop. But I'll figure it out. And then, of course, the other thing that was hiding on that shelf was my vintage Snorlax plushie. And this one's actually from Japan, where they originally called the Pokemon series Pocket Monsters. So that's the thing. All right, now refocus attention. Another thing, I'm giving away so many spoilers for things I have planned to do videos on this coming Halloween. But something that I wanted to do a video on last year, but I didn't get the opportunity to, the Creepy Crawlers Bug Maker. I actually have two of these things. One is an 1990s creepy crawler thing maker, and this one is from the early 2000s. Excuse me, early 2000s. Let's see if I can find a year on this silly thing. Yeah, 2006. But the only reason why I hadn't made a video on these is I could not find any of the tubes of the Plastigoop stuff. Don't know how well it'll read on camera, but I couldn't find any of these tubes of the goo used to make the bugs and things. Thankfully, when I picked this up at the flea market last year, I think it was, it actually had a couple things of the goop, so I can actually finally make that video. Okay, so we move that out of the way. Coming back down. There's another Tales from the Crypt action figure. Dracula, who has kind of one of the weakest action features I've ever seen in a toy. You push this lever on his back, and he does this. Literally, that's what he does. His arms come up, and if you look closely, his fangs kind of drop down a bit. And that's it. Poor Dracula. And then got a couple of my old 1990s Nickelodeon McDonald's Burger King Happy Meal toys. I'll just call them what they are. Yes, these were from McDonald's. These were from the Nickelodeon, what was that show? What is that show? Not figured out. Kids' Choice Awards. From Kids' Choice Awards 1995, I think it was? 1992. We got your Echo microphone that makes that awesome sound that I've been obsessed with since I was a kid. I just love that sound for whatever reason. Then, of course, you have a whistle slash trumpet thing, which is also a squirt gun. Used to love this stuff. I know the Creepy Crawlers Bake Oven. Chadtronic did. Chadtronic, another Chadtronic fan. Awesome. And yes, I saw his video on the Creepy Crawlers thing. And yep, McDonald's. Yeah, Chadtronic with his big Nintendo controller plush and his ladies and fricks. He's got a good thing going. All right, and yes, from another old Oktoberfest video, my pull string activated Freddy Krueger talking doll. Such a cool toy. And this toy actually almost took down Matchbox Toys, the same company that makes those little Hot Wheels type cars that aren't actually Hot Wheels. There's a whole story behind that. And there's a channel that did a far better job on that story than I ever could, a story channel called Toy Galaxy. Yeah, if I think about it, I'll find the link to that and throw it in the chat over here. You'll have to pardon me, I'm losing breath a little bit already. All this bending down and getting back up. I'm getting old. I'm becoming an old man. Next thing you know, I'll come back on camera and I'll have like a beard down to here. My hair will be all white and I'll be like, so next on the show, I'll be showing you the haunted mask item, and then just pass away. Not that I should be making jokes like that. Another YouTuber just recently passed away, so no death jokes. I won't be making any more death jokes for a while. I hope. But enough about that. Now I've got a bunch of personal paperwork and stuff down here that y'all shouldn't see because it's got my address and other things on it. So we're just going to hold that down here out of camera and move it away. Got another notebook. Put that here. And a little screwdriver. Over there. Okay. That paperwork can go in the trash bucket. Yes, Nickelodeon Choice Awards, bro. Yep. Also hidden in that pile was some of the original scripts that I've been working on for some of the Goosebumps versus Goosebumps TV show episode versus book reviews that I was doing. The one in particular that I just showed you the front page of was the Haunted Mask book versus episode comparison review. And yes, my handwriting is literally that bad. Okay, on the floor works. It landed where I wanted it to, and then it just slid right onto the floor. Okay, what else do we have down here? Bookmark, a little plastic baggie, a Hallmark QB's Buzz Lightyear tin, and a card. All right. Okay, that stuff in there. Then a couple other things that were down there on that shelf. My Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the movie popcorn bucket, along with my Kung Fu Panda 3 popcorn bucket. And thankfully, they do not still have the original popcorn within them. That would be nasty. Those out the way. What else? Huh. Oh, you have bad handwriting too? I mean, in this day and age where most people are like texting or like typing on their computers and stuff, it makes sense the handwriting is getting worse, but at the same time, I feel your pain. And I'm glad you feel mine, apparently, with the handwriting situation. But also on that shelf are the remains of my super stretch Mr. Fantastic action figure. Essentially, this was like a Stretch Armstrong. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's basically a rubber balloon with a plastic head on it, and it's filled with corn syrup. And what it's supposed to be like is shaped normally. Like down here, these are supposed to be his legs. They're supposed to stick out like that. You can tell these are his arms. And he's supposed to be stretchable. But just over the years, that corn syrup inside him has turned into a big rock, and he's just kind of turned into this. So go ahead and put him back in the bag and hide him away from prying eyes. Next. Oh yeah, speaking of stretch toys, my Stretch and Shout Raphael. Let's see, did I leave the batteries in you? Apparently I did. Pretty cool little toy. Go ahead and put you over here. And a weird, spooky little mask thing that I forget where exactly. Oh, yeah, this came in the box of one of my TV teddies. In case you don't know what a TV teddy is, he's kind of buried at the moment. But if you've ever heard of a Teddy Ruxpin, hold on, I'll dig him out real quick. There's not that much stuff in there. Put this here and hope it stays. Oh, there we go. Got it. And put his box back together again. But this thing is a TV teddy. Poor Stretch Armstrong that's blue. He's seen, but yeah, he sure has. But anyway, TV teddy right here. It's essentially kind of a Teddy Ruxpin, but in place of the little cassette tapes that would go on his back, you would take a videotape, like this one back here that came with it. You'd put that in your VCR, and you'd hook up this little transmitter thingamajig to your VCR, and he would talk along with the videotape, and it was interesting. And interestingly enough, the only reason why I got myself a TV teddy is because of the fact that if you look real close, like right there, he came with some Ninja Turtle VHS tapes. I love TV teddies. They're like future teddies, right? And both of mine, I did actually wind up getting two. This one came with the original box and came with the tape still attached inside, but he was missing the transmitter. And then there was another one that happened to pop up on the same site that had like 4 different transmitters, and the box was in much better shape. Matter of fact, I had this one sitting on top of that one. Let me just grab him real quick. If I can manage. There we go. Okay. And then there was the second one that I picked up that was missing the tape, but like I said before, he had like 4 of these different transmitters, So I picked him up so I could make sure the other one worked. And this one, surprisingly, is in much better condition. Like, he's not all dirty and faded like his friends down on the floor there. They're like the bestest teddies ever. I wouldn't quite go that far, but yeah, they're pretty cool. But anyway, I'm getting distracted again. Both the teddies back over there. Oh, before I put them back though, wanted to show y'all an interesting little thing with these. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because at some point in the future, oh, excuse me, my breakfast is coming up to say hi. But one of the interesting little things about these guys is even if the transmitter isn't hooked up, you can make them move by simply just taking their upper lip here, like grab them by the top of the snout and just push that down, and they do this. Or no, it's the eyes, that's right. Ta-da. And that's one way to check and see if the motor and gears still work. Just pop some fresh batteries in it and then hold its eyes shut. Now then, back to this bottom shelf. Another one of my more modern Ninja Turtles figures hiding down here, along with a box of, or a tub of Tyco Super Blocks from the 80s, I think, 80s or early 90s. Leonardo, you stay on that shelf. There. Okay. And last thing on these shelves, another piece that I'm hoping to do a video on this year. The zombie art set. Not sure if that's in frame or not. But this was another Goodwill find. And apparently this thing is either extremely hard to come by or I'm just very bad at looking it up. But I found like one other example of this thing online, and it wasn't even a thing talking about this one. It was talking about another old 90s toy. Although this isn't 90s. This was early 2000s, I believe. Yes, 2005. But anyway, that's another thing I would like to do a video on in the coming months. So get that out of the way. Put that on top of the TV teddies. There. I want to do it. Okay. Now, got these shelves are now open. Realistically, when I'm doing my recordings, y'all will probably only be able to see down to like maybe the second shelf down here. So what to put on the shelves? I know, Big Frank. Hey, Big Frank, will you fit? Standing up. No, maybe you'll fit on the second shelf. No, you're too tall. But maybe if I put you in the seated position. Yes. Zombie art. Let's go ahead and put Big Frank here. Kind of stick you in the middle there. Turn your head a bit. Okay, that works. That absolutely works. What else? What else can I put on that shelf? Ew. Ew, I do not like these responses at all. Is there a way to block these people? Okay, click here. Go to channel pane report. Unwanted report. Content by Do that to this one. Report. That. Report. That. Just don't look at these ones. I don't know why they popped up. Friggin' spam bots. Don't worry, I'm working on getting rid of them. Report. That. Report. Okay, good. They're gone. I hope that doesn't happen again, but thankfully we got rid of it. Seriously. My channel has nothing to do with that crap. Why did they... Whatever. Just don't focus on that. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Focus on the good thoughts. Like continuing to redecorate. Okay. So... I agree, there were way too many emojis in those messages. I think I'm going to put Freddy back on that shelf. Actually, I'm going to leave this decision to you. Freddy or the Crypt Keeper? Which do you think would work better? Yeah, I agree. But anyways, not thinking about that. Freddy or Crypt Keeper? Where is that button? And he only has 3 sayings. For the time being, I'm going to go ahead and put Frederick in there. Let's go through the rest of your phrases, get you back to the first one. Okay. So I think I'll just put you over here. I think I know what to do with the teddy bear. We'll have him sticking out of the pumpkin. There we go. That works. Okay. Interesting that we had that same idea only several minutes apart. All right. Next shelf down. What to put on that next shelf down? Should it be the zombie art set? Should it be the creepy crawlers oven thingy? Or should it be something completely different? So I have an idea for that shelf, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, well, while you're thinking on it, I'm going to go get the thing that I was thinking about. A whole lot of thinking in that sentence right there. Got to move the chair out of my way so I can get out of the room. I will be right back. Don't go away now. Okay, I return. Creepy crawler's oven, you said. Okay, because my other idea was to put one of my little ventriloquist puppets just like sitting in that back corner there. But I think he could fit on the shelf with the creepy crawler's oven as well. Wouldn't you agree, Knucklehead? Yeah, yeah. I suppose I could. Well, we'll see in a moment, won't we? Just whatever you do, don't cut my head off again. When would I ever? You know. Yes, I know. It was only for a bit. Hey, Knucklehead, just calm down. Oh, before I even do that, that shelf is dusty, and I do not need Knucklehead here getting any more dusty. You dang right you don't. So we're gonna put you right here. And I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go get a thing of Lysol wipes, and I'm gonna clean off that shelf. Be right back again. Okay, I've returned with the wipes. It has been way too long since I've cleaned these shelves. I don't think I've dusted these since I lived in my previous place of residence. That's not good. Whoa. Okay, I was not aware that this shelf was missing one of the things to hold it in place. Wish I'd have. Oh, never mind. It had it. The thing just decided to pop out and make me look like a fool by hitting the floor. Evil shelf. Okay. That gives me a better opportunity to actually clean this a bit better. I don't know what this gunk is on the front, but it is sticky. And I did not want to put Knucklehead on a sticky shelf. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but it went from white to gray. See any more weird sticky spots? Doesn't feel like it. All right. And I keep forgetting to get stuff. I got to get a paper towel now. So I'm going to put this back in place. I'm going to get paper towels, and then we'll get back to this, whatever this video is, whatever this stream has become. One moment. Again. Sorry if this is getting kind of old for y'all. Always. Okay, I have the paper towels. Check that out. Okay, now then, make sure it's dry. very back of it again. Oh, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video. Obviously, I'm doing much better than I was when I showed up, posted that video about the I'm sick. Just that was. I hope I don't catch that again. That was terrible. And from what I heard, that was the less deadly version of the disease. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. But enough on that. Go ahead and put Knucklehead right here on this shelf. And there seems to still be plenty of room for that creepy crawler's bug maker. Now we move the chair back out of the way. And we go digging around in the sheer number of nonsense that I have in the background. Behind the scenes. Bada boom. Okay. Bug maker is back on the shelf. Now, I think I could actually get away with putting the Crypt Keeper here next to Knucklehead, because there seems to be just enough room to fit him in. Yeah, that works. Here, let me tilt the camera down so y'all can see what I was just doing. There. What do you think of that down there? Does that look all right? Trying to get things situated for when we're going to be doing about a month and a half from now. Oh, that's what fell. Grandma. There. So, what's the verdict? What do you think of the shelving so far? And while I wait your response, I will try and think what to put on the last one. It's so cool. Thank you very much. Honestly, thank you. I needed a comment like that. All right. So, got the whole bottom shelf yet to fill. Let's go put the camera down even further. Let's see what to put. What to put down there. I could put the zombie art set back down there, but I just moved it from there. Don't want to put any of my Halloween masks down there because don't know if y'all saw, but there's been at least one incident where this room was infested with baby spiders. And the silliest part of that is that the mother spider, pick up the webcam here for a second, but the silliest part of the whole shebang was the mother spider decided to lay her eggs. If you follow the tip of my shadow, tip of my pointer finger's shadow, see right up there where my shadow is wiggling its finger? Laid its egg sac right there. Right behind where I was doing my recording. And then the mother spider wound up dead over here next to where this Ninja Turtle vehicle is. And the daddy spider was hanging out behind that far set of shelves over there. And I only found that sucker because of a stupid little incident that happened where I was messing around with one of the Ninja Turtles I had on one of these shelves. It was a Sports Turtles Slapshot Leo. He's Leonardo over there with the hockey gear, like right there. story short, his hockey puck went flying. I thought I lost the silly thing. Turns out it wound up on this shelf, but I didn't realize that at the time. So I pulled out all three of the shelves, and that's when I found the daddy spider. That was not a good day. And I wound up accidentally killing the silly thing trying to catch it because it went to duck underneath the bottom of one of these shelves. Because believe it or not, there's actually a little bit of a gap under this part right here on the back of the shelf with an opening. And it ran down the back of the shelf, tried to duck in under here, and apparently the container was using to catch it, caught this stupid little creature just as it got a few legs under the edge of the thing, and I caught it, and I just joinked the cup up and ripped off several of its legs. I felt kind of bad about it after the fact, but it is what it is. Oh, let's see. Stepping on a spider that tried to kill me. All those spiders in the spider. Scree! Runs out of the big spider. OMG, that was. Yep. But yeah, thankfully, I've. Let me crouch down here so I'm actually in frame again. I've actually had that issue happen once, where I had to squish a big spider and the babies ran out. Thankfully, it was not here at the house, nor was it at my previous place. At my previous place of work, there was a big, I forget if they're called a wood spider or wolf spider, that happened to wind up inside the building. And my female coworkers were being all like, ew, spider, kill it, about it. And here's the weird part. They had me get it in the women's locker room, which is where it was. It started at like the entrance to the women's locker room when they pointed it out to me, and by the time I made eye contact, and I was like, "Oh, that's a big one." It just started crawling through the entryway and started making its way inside. So they're like, quick, get it before it hides somewhere and lays eggs or whatever. So I go into the room and I find the silly thing. It hadn't gotten very far, thankfully. And so I walk over wearing my work boots, and no sooner did my foot go down than a bunch of little black dots started pouring out from under my shoe and just going everywhere. That was not fun. So I wound up having to grab like some aerosol spray or something and just like spray all those little suckers down and just like going around the whole little area like trying to squish all the stupid little things. Like I said, it was not a fun time. And I'm very glad that it happened at work and not at home. Anyways, got myself completely off topic talking about that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want that shelf to look too busy, but I could fit some stuff in front of the bug maker there. I know. I could put my Toxic Crusaders action figures in there. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Move all this stuff out of the way. Put that here. So let's go ahead. Ow. I just bruised my bum on a box. That hurt a little bit. But it will heal, and I will get over it in time. That vehicle, if I can get the figure on the vehicle and get that on top of there. Will you fit? Yes. Okay. So we'll put him there. It's probably not very easy to see him. Then go ahead and put this dude on this side. And we'll put the Toxic Avenger on the other side. Looks like the rest of the paint on your glow-in-the-dark eye finally chipped off. sucks. See, do I only have the one Toxic Avenger? I thought I had two of you. Okay, just the one. Go ahead and put you right there. You over here. Then go ahead and put Dr. Killamoff over. I can't see you there. You're right here in the front. Then we'll go ahead and put No Zone. You right there. General Mayhem. Let's see if we move Double Header over, along with Bonehead on a Smog Cycle, we can get you just in frame. Okay. Then go ahead and put this dork. Toxie, we'll put you there. Dr. Killamoff, there. Then you, and we'll put you there. And then all that I have left are these Radiation Rangers. So let's go ahead and put one of you up there. Actually, if we move you over, you there. There we go. Okay. Oof. My collections are cool. Thank you. Yeah, I've just over the years just bought a bunch, and I mean a bunch of stuff. So I'll put that down there. And I think I'm just going to put the zombie art set back on the bottom shelf where it was. Because, I mean, there's not really much room for much else down there. On this side of the shelf this time. Then I don't think Corky will fit. Let's see if I can't get little buddy Corky to fit on that bottom shelf. See, will you fit? Nope, even sitting down, you're too tall. I could adjust the shelf, but then that means taking down everything I just put up, and that's a little more work than I'm interested in right this second. But I could. No, then you'd block off the shelf above. Crap. Okay. I'll figure out a place for you. What to put in that spot? Legitimately, I'm kind of stumped. Wait, I know one thing I could put down there. There's this kind of drab spot over here that just talks about what the zombie art set is and what comes with it. And I just happen to have a cool old Halloween ornament, Halloween decoration that'll fit perfectly right in that spot. And I'll lean it back and angle it a bit. There we go. Bring the camera down a little bit. How's that looking down there? Because I know it still needs a little something something right over here in this spot. Just don't know what to put there. While you're thinking on that, I'm going to grab myself a drink again. I want it to be something that catches the eye. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have the perfect thing. Okay. Not you. Not y'all. This. I think that'll look real nice in that corner right down there. In case you're wondering, this is from a Hot Wheels set, a Monster Jam Hot Wheels set from a few years ago. And you would try and have your car jump through this zombie mouth thing, and if you launched them too high, they would bump into zombie's nose and blow his brains out. Another Goodwill find. It was near complete. It's just got this one busted piece because there's supposed to be two of these flags. And the one right here is just snapped off. And it's missing the car that's supposed to go with it. And if I take the track off of it, I can have that set. That's sitting right there. Okay. And then, for the sake of keeping everything together, I'll just shove all the track pieces back in there, like so. And how's that for something horrible? I'm actually really starting to like how it's coming together. Now that I've got those action figures down there next to Knucklehead, that shelf with Big Frank and Freddy is starting to look a little barren. Well, I guess now I have a place to put Lurch instead of just standing over here randomly. Turn the jack-o'-lantern a little bit. Maybe now I have a nice place to put Swamp Thing. Put him here. Rest against the jack-o'-lantern. Or see, how shall we sit him down? That works. Need a couple more little things. I know. Let's go ahead and put the All Real Monsters gang back in there. Turn Freddy a bit so he'll actually kind of be in frame. Scoot him and Big Frank down a little. We'll put Ickis, Rum, and Oblina. Here, here, and here. Lurch right there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's really... Move Oblina back a little bit, try and space those out better. That's really coming along. Okay, it looks like I need to either move Oblina back this way a bit or Swamp Thing over that way, because there's a little too wide of a gap right here. Move Oblina. Check that out in the camera. Now it looks like Ickis and Crumb are a little too close together. So Crumb over a bit, as well as Lurch. Check that again. Okay, move Oblina over again just a little bit. She's such a slim Funko Pop. Lurch again. Crumb. Actually, Crumb was just about right where he was. Okay. I think that'll about do it. Okay, so the shelves are now the way I would like them. But let's see. What else do I have that I could put in places to make this look more spooktacular? I know, I was just talking about Corky. I've got a spot where I can put Corky. This stuff. So much crud on the floor. Alright, Corky. You can stand there. Hop on down. Turn you a bit. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting places. I'm seeing an E. Does Corky spook you out a little bit? And I know what to do to make him a little more spookalicious. That little plastic mask that I was telling y'all came with that TV teddy. Should be just about the right size for Corky here. Whoop. Come on now. Here. How's that? I'm really digging that. Now let's see. These Tales from the Crypt dudes out of the way. Is there anything else that I can put on those shelves? Or not on the shelves, in that general area? Yes. My vinyl McDonald's trick-or-treat bags from the 90s. Got two different ones. Got Frankenstein and the mice in his rear pocket who are also looking to trick-or-treat. And I've got two ghosts, and it seems like the vinyl on this one's come apart. Okay, it's only come apart a little bit. Okay. I think, or did it come apart? Is this supposed to pop open? Oh, it is. Okay, I didn't know that about these. The bottoms are supposed to pop open like this. The doll looks like Meletis? Looks like it's going to do something evil. Yeah. Kind of, I guess. Because, I mean, that doll is one of the two dolls that they combined to put Chucky together. You know, Chucky, the evil doll. The killer doll from Child's Play. Let's see. This here, close that drawer. still see the golden arches. Then take this doll, or not doll, this bag. Oh, that's what's happening. One moment. The bag with the Crypt Keeper toys was starting to fall over. Don't know if y'all were hearing that subtle, like, in the background. Now, if I put it too high up, then Frankie's going to get covered up by the ghost. But if I put it here, just slide the drawer shut. Pull Corky forward a little bit. Corky, come on. Stop trying to fall down. There. Okay. So I got all of that put together down there. Looks good. Got that on that shelf, and that shelf's looking all right. Got the pumpkin buckets up here and up here-ish. Got these things. Got Corky down there. Excuse me. Then I've even got an extra McDonald's vinyl trick-or-treat bag. Okay. I'm really digging the way this is coming out so far. Sorry, you keep on leaving. It's just my internet. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I just figured since, I was going to be doing this anyway, I might as well make a stream out of it. Now then. The only thing I'm not really digging so much is this shelf right here. I mean, I like it, but it seems a little busy with the Ninja Turtles in the background and then the McBoo Pails in front of them. But I don't really have a place to put the Ninja Turtles. I mean, I've got places, but they're predominantly filled currently. So I do, but I don't have a place to put them, if that makes sense. A little too far. Okay. What I could really use would be another shelf, just, whoa, everything's tilted. Try and get everything straightened out a bit. There we go. What I could really use would be another set of shelves right here to put more stuff on. But that's a project for another day. And a time when I actually have money again. But okay. So now that I've got this basically where I want it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause right here, just going to put a big old timeout on myself, and I'm going to do a quick little fun size review type deal. Because I mean, I've got these I've got to review. We've got a bunch of other snacks and stuff that I've been meaning to review. So on that note, I'm just going to, in this particular part of the video right here, I'm just going to slam right on through it. Sorry if that was a bit loud for all the headphone wearing users. But give me just a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. I'm going to get all the stuff I need to get together, and then we're going to do a quick live stream, impromptu, fun size review. Several, as a matter of fact. So just, like I said, give me a couple of minutes. Got to get things set up, camera and the lighting and stuff where they need to be, and get the snacks. Get out of the way. There, tilt the camera down some more. Get a view of myself in the camera. Okay. That'll work. All right, now to get the snacks. Talk away. Okay. So I've returned with one of the things I'm going to be taking a sampling of. Over here, hopefully out of camera view. Grab this bag of snacks and grab that bag of snacks over there. Okay. So here we go. Now, I'm not sure at this point if I released the first few videos of the particular series of fun size reviews that I was going to do, but even if I haven't, I'm going to review the snacks in this bag over here and then upload those videos at a later date if I haven't already. Oh, I should probably grab my water. It's right across the room there. There we are. Thank goodness for long arms. 1 second. Okie dokie. I'm ever so slightly confuzzled, but it's fine. All right. So are you ready for the fun size reviews? I'm hoping to knock them out pretty quickly while I await your response, because it always takes a few minutes due to lag or latency or what have you. I'm going to get the snacks in place. Okay. So to start things off, I already talked about this in those videos, but again, I'm not sure if I uploaded them or not. So in case this goes, well, obviously this is going up before them if they haven't gone up yet, if that makes sense. I'm talking in circles. So a month or so ago, maybe even longer than that now, my friends and I went to this store called Sweets and Geeks. Hopefully y'all can make that out. It was kind of a newer store that has all kinds of stuff, like geeky stuff. Let me see. They have candy, games, pop culture, soda, puzzles, all kinds of nifty stuff at this store in my state. And my friends had gone there before me, and they kept, talking it up like, it's this really cool store. It's got like all this cool stuff. They got like board games. They got like, candy. They got snacks. They got junk food. They've got like Dungeons and Dragons stuff. They got all kinds of stuff. And I was like, it does sound kind of cool. And eventually they talked me into driving them over there again because they went with another group of friends during a day when I had to work. And they had like these bags of snacks and stuff. And I was just curious, where they got them. So they told me, they got my curiosity piqued. And so we finally wound up going to the store like a week and a half later when I got paid. I actually had a little bit of money, and I bought myself some stuff, some snacks and all that. And today we're going to be taking a look at some of them. So if you're ready, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to grab a thing. I'm going to start off by saying that as we were leaving, over by the registers, they had like these little brown paper bags with like stuff on the front like this that were random goodie bags. With great power comes great responsibility. A mystery bag was the one that I picked up. And I believe my sister picked up it had a SpongeBob meme on the front of it, I believe. I could be wrong. But she's already gone through those snacks a while ago, so I can't just check the bag to see. But I got that little goodie bag, and then I had this bag filled up with other snacks. I got myself like 3 bottles of soda, like random flavors that I thought sounded pretty interesting to do videos on, and that they actually sounded kind of tasty. And then, like I said, I filled up this bag with a bunch of stuff. So before I continue talking in circles and putting my foot even further in my mouth, here we go. All right, one of the things that I picked up was a little container of milk chocolate flavored Yoo-Hoo candy bars. For those who may not be aware, Yoo-Hoo is a type of chocolate flavored drink, and it's different. It's not like a carbonated beverage. It's not like chocolate milk. It's shelf stable. Regardless, so I picked myself up a set of these, and a while back I actually intended on picking up a full-size Yoo-Hoo candy bar, but I just didn't for whatever reason. This is back when I went to the flea market and picked up a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I figured, since I had the opportunity, I would get myself a bag of the mini candy bars. And being that this is a fun size review, obviously I'm going to be going over the nutrition facts. So here we go. Nutrition facts are as follows. There are 4 serving sizes per this container, and each serving size is about 2 pieces or 28 grams. And the amount of calories for your 2-piece 28-gram serving is 150. And that's the only part that I'm really usually interested in, unless it has something interesting written on the other side. Let's see. These were made by the Palmer Candy Company, making candy fun. Yoo-Hoo is a registered trademark of blah, 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 of Mott's LLP, used by RM Palmer Company under license, copyright 2018 Mott's LLP. And this particular bag is best by October 5th of 2022, so of this year. With that boring stuff out of the way, let's open this thing up and have a taste. So as you can see, the candy bars are like those little mini ones that people give out at Halloween. And these do not contain the nutrition facts. Interestingly, the bag says copyright 2018, but the bars say 2017 on them. Open this thing up. I wonder if it's going to taste like a Yoo-Hoo or if it's just going to taste like a regular candy bar. Because Yoo-Hoo tastes, in my honest opinion, kind of like watered down chocolate milk. Anyway, to your health, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it does kind of taste like a Yoo-Hoo. It also kind of tastes like, y'all know those Whoppers candies? The little chocolate ball with the crunchy cookie inside? It tastes kind of like a Whopper without the crunchy bits inside. It's not bad. Although, I will admit the chocolate is pretty dry. It's almost chalky. But I will give it this much. It's very easy to chew. Okay, so put that in the trash pumpkin. And I will say, if you can get your hands on these Yoo-Hoo candy bars, and if you're a fan of those Whopper chocolate candy thingies, I do in fact recommend these. I forget exactly how much these were because I didn't keep hold of the receipt. I do too. It's just because of the crunchy inside and my teeth being kind of, I didn't take good enough care of my teeth. The crunchy part doesn't quite agree with me anymore, unfortunately. So we'll put the rest of that bag back in there. Okay, the next candy. No, I won't talk about those yet. I'll save those for towards the end. Here we go. Now, what I hold in my hand here is a candy that I have had several times during my life, but those times have been sparse, few, and far between. It's what's called Koala's March. Essentially, it's a little cookie shape. Like you see these little figures on the front of the box. Hopefully you can see that with my lighting, because they're kind of blown out. It's little cookie shapes with chocolate on the inside. As you can probably tell by the image right up here. So let's go ahead and tear this thing open. There's another brand of candy that's similar to these, but involves pandas. I forget exactly what those are called right this second, but they come in a box similar to this. And like I said, they have a similar gimmick to this. It's a chocolate or a cookie thing with chocolate or other flavored stuff on the inside. But it comes in a foil pouch inside that box. Let's take a look here at the nutrition facts, since I got a little ahead of myself. The nutrition facts are as follows for these. 1 serving per container, and serving size is 1 bag, or 41 grams. The amount of calories for your 1 bag, 41 gram serving is 210. So we'll just set the box over to the side here. And we will open up the little baggie. Thankfully, it opened nicely and it didn't explode all over the place. All right, just going to go ahead and get out a couple of these. Another interesting thing. Well, thanks. It was Panda's March. That's what it was. No, not Panda's March. It'll come to me or I'll look it up. But regardless, another one of the interesting things about these, I don't know if you picked up on it from the packaging, but the cookies have little pictures printed on them of the different panda characters. And speaking of that, here we got a poor little sad crying koala. Don't know how well y'all can see that. And then we've got a parent koala with their little baby koala sitting on their leg. See, right there's the little baby. And now I eat them. It's not bad. Probably should have gotten to these sooner, but a lot of stupid stuff keeps getting in the way. Anyway, second one. Go ahead and tie up the top. Stick that back down in the box. These things are actually pretty good. Not even gonna lie. One thing I will say though is that the chocolate is just a bit on the dry side. All right, next. Let's see. No, not that. It's kind of a taffy thing that's going to mess up my teeth. Technically, so is that one. That's another taffy thing. Got a lot of taffy things in that the mystery bag. Here we go. Let's try out an ice cubes candy thing. It looks like it's chocolate. Let's see, are there any nutrition facts? No, but it's got an ingredients list. It contains milk, soy, coconut, and hazelnuts. Okay. And it's got a little teddy bear thing as the icon. Hopefully y'all can see that. So I open up the foil, and just as I thought, it is a chocolate. So I'm going to just take a bite off the corner because I'm predicting it's going to be kind of like a Reese's cup, so there's something in the middle. Nope, I was wrong. It's just solid chocolate. But I like that chocolate. It's got kind of it's very smooth and creamy. Not like the Yoo-hoo candy bars that were kind of powdery and chalky. One thing I will caution y'all about, if you get one of these, they melt pretty easily, as you can probably tell. No, it's just sitting on my fingers for a few seconds. Oh, and almost forgot to say, I do recommend the Koala's March if you can find them. And I do recommend these ice cubes candy thingies. Now, see what we have next. Some gummy watermelon slices from Vidal, Vidal. And this one does have nutrition facts. Okay. There are about 3 servings per container, and each serving is about 6 pieces or 30 grams. And the amount of calories for your 6-piece 30-gram serving is 100. Okay, and these ones apparently I paid $1.99 for. I only know that because the price sticker is still on them. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Smells interesting. Let's see, does it have a sell-by/use by date anywhere? I'm not saying it smells like it went off. Oh. Apparently these are best by March, this past March of this year. So if we do a little math, March, April, May, June, it's July now. These things are about 4 months beyond their best by date, but I'm still going to try one. I paid the money for them, and gosh darn it, I'm going to do this. So here's what they look like. They've got that crystal-y sugar on top, and then they've got the green on the bottom to simulate the rind of the watermelon, and the little trace of white on top of that. And surprisingly, they are still gummy. See, it's still squishy. So it should be fine. With that said, to your health, everyone. You can definitely, sorry, it's a little tangy. You can definitely tell that they're a bit beyond their best by date, because I don't think they're supposed to be quite this chewy. But, sorry, I got an itch in my nose. But overall, the flavor is still good, so perfectly acceptable. There we go. The more I'm chewing on it, the more it's kind of rehydrating and becoming easier to chew. No, they're not bad. If you can get yourself a pack of these and they're not beyond their sell-by date, I definitely do recommend these. If you're a fan of watermelon, that is. I would run for a second one, but considering how long it took me to chew through that first one, I think it's best just to put them down. Okay. What's next? What's next? More taffy stuff. More taffy stuff. Even more taffy stuff. Okay, I've got a globe. A little globe of some kind. From a company called eFruity. I think that's how you say it. That's a lowercase e, then Frutti. So without delay, it doesn't have any nutrition facts on it, no best by date or anything, but it is very squishy. I mean, look at this. And that's still in the little plastic shell. I'm hoping this is actually a piece of candy and not just like some kind of weird rubber ball, because if I take a bite into this and it's just rubber, I'm going to feel so dumb. So now we open it. There we go, the seal has been broken. And it comes completely apart like one of those little Easter eggs. Okay, it has kind of a fruity smell to it. I'm going to give it a lick, and hopefully it'll actually have a fruity taste to it. Because again, like I said, if I picked this up and it's just a cheap rubber bouncy ball, I'm going to be a bit upset. So, to your health. Not sure how I feel about that taste. Because it's got kind of a fruity thing going for it. But then there's something else there that as it hits my tongue, I can feel like a zing going through my body that's like, I don't know about that. All right, well, I'm going to take a bite. Okay, it is candy. It is actually candy and not a bouncy ball that tastes like a blue raspberry. It's one of those gummy candies. It's actually really good. Once, I think I know why I was having that reaction of I don't know about this. The plastic shell, because it's been in there for so long, I could taste the plastic. That's what was throwing me off. All right, so I'm going to take another bite. Looks like it's got something in the middle. Okay, in the deep center of it, there's like a jelly. I just licked some out with my tongue. But it's a very artificial flavor. It's like I got that on my tongue, and I don't know if you all saw me shudder. I'm not sure I like that. But because I am a bit of an idiot, I'm going to go in for a second one. Okay, I don't mind the candy on the outside, but that stuff in the dead center has an aftertaste like perfume. No, no, fam, I'm not going to finish that. That goes right over here in the trash pumpkin. So that moves me right on to the next thing I'm going to taste, which is apparently a Walmart exclusive flavor of Sunkissed that they brought out for this summer, mango orange. Because I need something to get that flavor out of my mouth now. So I'll just quickly run through the nutrition facts. Let's see, contains 0% fruit juice, caffeine free. Nutrition facts are serving size is 1 can. Excuse me. And the amount of calories per 1 can serving is 160. So, crack that open. Oof. Sorry, the flavor of that perfumey flavor from that gummy is upsetting my stomach. Okay, hopefully the flavor of this will help deal with that. So, to your health, everyone. Okay, just as I hoped. The mango washed away that flavor immediately. I'm going to take a couple more sips now that my palate has been somewhat cleansed. Okay. All right. My official opinion when it comes to the Sunkissed Mango Orange Soda, I like it. My one, I think, critique would be the good word here. Hold on, let me take another sip. Yeah, my one critique about this would be that you can't really taste the orange. You just get kind of like hit with mango. And then like on the back end, you get a slight aftertaste of orange, but that's really about it. But if you're a fan of mango, either the artificial flavor or the natural flavor, like myself, I think you'll enjoy that. I do recommend these. All right, only have a few different snacks left. I've got exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 snacks to be exact. Hey, it rhymed. Technically, there's 11. But that's only because there's like 2 of these taffy things and 2 of these taffy things. And I'm only going to be sampling 1 of each of those. On that note, I'm going to be going with, let's see, I already tried a watermelon flavored thing, so I'm going to go with the blue raspberry one. And I'm just going to, it doesn't say what the flavors are with these, so I'm just going to take this one and try it. So here we go on that front. Before I do, and to make sure I don't get mixed up, I'm going to take the extras and drop them in the bag. So I'm going to try one of these new Frunos slabs. Frunos, however you pronounce that, slabs. Chewy candy, artificially blue raspberry flavored. And hopefully this doesn't taste like that friggin' globe. Let's see, best by date. It does not actually say. Instead of like numbers, it has HRHH/RH/RH/RHT2F. Just so y'all can see I'm not pulling your leg. It's on this side. And hopefully it can actually, okay, my camera is not wanting to focus on that. Regardless, I'm gonna open this bad boy up. It looks like one of those Airheads taffy containers. That's what I'm hoping it actually is, just like an Airheads candy. Airheads, they're out of control. Come on now. Okay, don't want all of you out at once. All right, one thing I can say right off the bat is it's very flexible, which I'm okay with. And I would have read the nutrition facts, but there are none on this. There's not even a thing where you can call them and ask about things. All it has is an ingredients list. But for being artificially flavored, I gotta say, it's not bad. It is kind of a taffy thing. So like the more you chew it, the softer it gets. But I will say I like it. Definitely a step above that stupid, just thinking about it. A stupid gummy candy globe thingy. But make no mistake, I like this, and if you can find these, go ahead and grab one. And apparently they're made by a company called Albert's. I didn't already I'm positive I just said it, but I'm going to say it again. If you can find these, go ahead and grab yourself one. Go ahead and just stick that in there. Sorry, just my chin is getting a little itchy, and I'm hoping it's not an allergic reaction to something, because if it is, holy crap, I'm up a creek. All right, I'm gonna give myself a couple of minutes, because there's still a lot of that taffy like stuck to the roof of my mouth into my teeth from where I was chewing on it. And while I'm doing that, okay, apparently these are just a smaller version of those. And these ones are apparently flavored like green apple, sour green apple. Another thing I like right off the bat, from what I can tell, these are also very nice and soft, like those were. Hopefully I didn't just kind of like weld it to the wrapper, moving it around like that. So let's give it a try. And also, I should also mention, I've said that a lot now, there are no nutrition facts on this packaging. It just gives you like the ingredients list and tells you that these are artificially flavored. But I can tell you that this thing is apparently 10 grams. So again, your health. I'm just going to pop the whole thing in because that's about the same size as the bite I just took off the other one. Okay. Okay, it is actually sour. I will say that, sorry, just, I don't hate sour candy. As a matter of fact, I've been kind of developing a liking for it. It just makes me do funny things like I'm doing now. Okay, if you're a fan of sour things, I might just being a bit, might just be being a bit of a goofy crybaby about it. But I do recommend these if you like sour candies, and if you can find them. Oh, sorry. It's the soda coming back up. All right. So far, out of all the snacks I got, I've only had one dud. Let's hope we can keep that. Keep it at just one dud. Next, I have some Zotz candies. Z-O-T-Z. Okay, these ones reached their sell-by date in September of 2024. So these should be still good. These should still be good, is what I meant to say. So I'm going to go ahead and pull one from the cluster. And these things do not have a nutrition facts thing, but they do have an ingredients list. Choking hazard, not for children under 5. Right. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up while the rest of that sour apple candy is slowly dissolving off of my teeth. And the packaging is very simple and very understated. Just purple with a yellow kind of blit that says Zotz and says that they are grape flavored. Let's go ahead and Pop that bad boy out of there. Okay, here's what a Zotz candy looks like, apparently. Almost looks like a cough drop. All right, good. Enough of that green apple candy has dissolved off of my teeth that I should be able to get a decent reading flavor-wise on this. So here we go. Okay. Now, right off the bat, it's got a little bit of a zing. It's got kind of a, I want to say it's got kind of a fizz to it, almost like Pop Rocks. Mm-hmm. It tingles on the tongue. It tingles on the tongue. It's a hard candy, as I suspected. And it's got sour stuff in the middle. This sour stuff in the middle, it's got that Pop Rocks quality to it. I'm trying to crack it with my teeth without cracking my teeth in the process. But as you can tell, it's not working very well. All right, initial verdict. Ooh, another little bullet. Man, very, got some very sour goop in the middle. Well, at least very sour to me. Then again, I've been pretty weak to sour things my whole life. Back when Warheads candies were the main sour candy, I couldn't handle the lemon ones. I'd have to spit them out after a few seconds. And supposedly the lemon ones were the most sour. Or so I was told. Okay, I cracked open. Woo! Okay, the sour stuff in the middle. Essentially turned into a kind of a foam. And once you get the candy shell to crack, it's actually pretty easy to chew. All right. So, my verdict on these Zotz grape candies, I do like them. The sour powder in the middle might be a little bit much for some people, but I think it works. It helps really bring out the grape flavor of it. It's like the candy version of a sip of grape soda, if that makes sense to you. Speaking of soda, let's try and flush that out of my mouth now, shall we? Mm-hmm. All right. And another thing I will say is you got to be a little bit careful with these because once you finally crack through that outer layer, the candy just kind of crumbles into little pieces, and you don't want to go inhaling or choking on that, which I think is part of the reason why these things have a choking hazard written on them, other than the fact that they're like the size of a cough drop. Now then, man, that mango orange is really coming in to help. Sorry, I'm getting a little phlegmy from all the sugar. All right, so now we have Hai Chew, a big Tootsie Roll, a thing of Blasberry Sour Power Belts. I'm guessing these are like gummy candy, sour candy belts. A blow pop, and that's it for those snacks. Oh, wait, and then we have something that they apparently, excuse me, apparently that they only recently brought back, at least only recently as of when we were at the store. Cream Savers. Speaking of cough drops, originally these things were put out by Halls, I believe, and then they were taken off the shelves after a couple of years, and then finally, like earlier this year, I believe, or later last year, I forget, they finally brought them back. And I remember I used to love them. All right. So now that I've given that Zotz candy enough time to dissolve off of my teeth and potentially dissolve some of my teeth in the process, it's time we move on to the Blasberry Sour Power Belts. These ones actually do. Ooh, gravity got a hold of that one. I'm so sorry. Here, snackages. Actually do have nutrition facts on the back. Did I say nutrition? Nutrition facts. Okay. Let's see here. The nutrition facts are as follows. There are about 2 servings per container, and each serving is about 6 pieces. And the amount of calories for your 6-piece, 30-gram serving is 110. So let's crack this bad boy open. Not where I wanted it to open, but it's open. Oh, before I get any farther than that, is there a sell-by? Yes, apparently these, no, I'm reading that wrong. I thought it was saying 2024, but it's 20204. That's not a sell-by date at all. Okay, anyway, so now I pull out one of the candy strips, and apparently it is kind of a gummy candy. Unless that's bubble gum, in which case that's very deceiving. Regardless, to your health. I think, but apparently not. I just proved myself wrong. Ooh. I was gonna say, I think between those last couple of sour candies, that I developed a little bit of not quite an immunity, but an immunity. Apparently, freaking not. Woo, boy. I'm gonna have another one because they're actually pretty good. Starts off with that candy coating, or that sugar coating. And then when you get to the middle, let's see here. Ascorbic acid. This uses ascorbic acid, which is apparently some of the most sour stuff you can get to make this stuff tangy and sour. I don't know why it's making me make this face, making me squint my eyes, but it is. Okay, if you're a fan of like really sour candy, I recommend. If you're not, or if you want to like pull a prank on one of your friends, go ahead and grab some of these. But they're not bad. They're honestly not terrible. I'm glad that there's such a thin piece of gummy candy because you can just chew through that real quick. If it was a thicker gummy candy and you had to deal with that for longer, I would not be as good, as cool with them as I am. But like I said, they're not bad. And I do recommend them if you're a fan of sour candies. Okay. Now then. All right, if anyone's still viewing, if anyone's still watching, I'm going to leave this up to you. I'm just going to hold these up in front of the camera, and y'all tell me, should I try Blow Pop next, the High Chew, or the Tootsie Roll? The decision is yours. So which one should it be? Blow Pop, High Chew, or Tootsie Roll? This latency nonsense makes this take so much longer than it really needs to. All right, I can't hold my hand up like that holding those candies. At least not for that long. Blow Pop, High Chew, or Tootsie Roll? Let me know. Tell me what I should try. Let's check and see if one person is still watching. At the very least, one person is. So which should it be? High Chew, Tootsie Roll, or Blow Pop? Which apparently was a Valentine's Day Blow Pop. It's got like all these fancy little hearts and stuff on it, and it's pink and white. So come on, folks. Which one? It's your decision. You tell me which one to eat. Do 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 do. Dee da 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 da. Which piece of candy should I try next? Do da do 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 do. Purposely singing that wrong so I don't get a copyright claim. Tell me which one to try. I will seriously sit here and basically do nothing else until someone tells me which one to try. Do 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 da do 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 do. All right, y'all. You've got one more minute before I make the decision myself. As soon as I see that little clock in the corner of my computer screen say 3:47, then I'll make the decision. I will take that power away from you. Waiting. Waiting. The seconds keep on ticking by. Your power grows weaker, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Still 3:46. Will they be able to tell me which one to try in time? The world may never know. There it is. Okay. 3:47. Your power is null and void. to tell me which candy to try. So I'm going to decide on the High Chew. So here we go. Oh wait, nutrition facts, because it actually has them. Serving size is one package. And the amount of calories per your one package 50-gram serving is 210. Now, I'm thinking these things are also going to be a kind of taffy-like thing, or they might be kind of a gum. But we shall see. Yeah, we shall see. I keep making the weird sounds with my mouth hole. All right, open it up. Gonna open it up. Gonna taste it on down. Apparently they are banana flavored. Come on. Okay, I got one. Put the rest in the bag. And now we take a look. That is interesting. It's like the size of a little Lego brick. Oh, to your health. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not supposed to go in there. That's supposed to go in the trash pumpkin. Okay. So I can tell you all this right off the bat. It's almost like if a taffy and a gummy candy had a baby. Because it's got almost the consistency of a taffy. Where it's got kind of a sponginess to it, like a gummy candy. Banana flavor is pretty good. Let me check something. Does it have a sell-by date on it? Yes. It's best by November 16th of this year, 2022. No wonder it's called High Chew. Actually, now that I'm thinking on it, nope, no, it's not a gum. For a second, I thought it was a gum because it's almost that consistency. That's what it almost feels like. Immensely fruity, intensely chewy candy. And apparently I opened it wrong. I just peeled open this side over here like this. And just now looking at the package, I saw it has an open here thing, the blue block right there that you can't read the words on. Yeah, I do actually kind of recommend those if you can find them. Okay, this is taking too long. I gotta spit this out. Sorry, Candy. All right, now a quick little palate cleanser with that mango orange sun-kissed. Okay. For the next one, I'm going to try the big old Tootsie Roll. I've had these before, but it's been years. I think it might actually be a decade since I've had like one of these big Tootsie Roll things that are apparently very, very hard. And that hurts. I should not be doing that because it ouches a bit. Okay, nutrition facts are as follows. Serving size is 1 bar or 64 grams, and the amount of calories per your 1 bar 64 gram serving are 220. Now, I peel open the wrapper, like so, and hello to everyone out there still watching. Okay, peeling open that wrapper. Oops. Smells awfully chocolatey. Awfully chocolatey. Sorry, the candy is going to my brain apparently. Awfully chocolatey. And it still, as I recall, looks kind of like a bowel movement. Hopefully it tastes better than I remember it. Just gotta kind of push it up the cardboard so I can actually get some. There we go, just enough that I can get a bite. To your health, everyone. And as I'm eating it, apparently as I'm eating it, I'm dropping it on the floor. A certain old commercial jingle has made itself readily apparent in my head. If y'all will give me a moment. I don't know how many of y'all will remember this, but when I was a kid growing up, this commercial, this jingle was pretty popular. Hold on, I got a TikTok commercial I gotta wait through. Gotta wait through a commercial to see the commercial. The world looks mighty good to me, 'cause Tootsie Rolls are all I see. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Tootsie Roll candy with your chocolatey chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. So yeah, the second I took that bite and I tasted that Tootsie Roll taffy flavor, world looks mighty good to me. And I was like, oh, nostalgia from a candy. And I will say right now, this tastes far more like a Yoo-Hoo drink than the Yoo-Hoo candy bar does. And not you again. Hold on, everyone. I got another weird bot. Gotta report this stupid son of a gun. This. Report. Explicit content. Report. This. Should probably grab a print screen of this for my records. Report. Explicit material. Report. Okay. Report. Explicit material. Report. Okay. Friggin' weird bots sending me that crap. But anyway, I do recommend this if you can get it, and if you're a fan of those Yoo-Hoo drinks. Sorry, there's a little bit stuck to my teeth. Okay, that's better. It was like right down in the gum line. But anyway, I do recommend this. But I will say, if you're one of those people where you don't want to commit yourself to eating this huge hunk of chocolate taffy, that you would probably be better off getting yourself one of those like bags of the mini ones. You can even get multiple flavors doing that. Like there's vanilla, there's orange, there's obviously chocolate, there's like blue raspberry, and a couple other different ones. So I actually recommend getting like the variety pack of the little ones over this one. This one's still a good time. So just gonna kind of fold over the end there because it's sticky enough that it'll hold itself shut. Okay, so I only have two different snacks from Sweets and Geeks left to try out. The Blow Pop and the Cream Savers. Pardonnez-moi. I think I'm going to go with the Cream Savers. Save the Blow Pop for last. Let's see. It actually has a little blurb on the back. So I'm going to read the nutrition facts first, and then I'm going to read the blurb. So when it comes to the nutrition facts, there are approximately about 7 servings per container. And each serving is about 3 pieces or 13 grams. And the amount of calories per 3-piece 13-gram serving is 60. So now for the actually entertaining blurb. Cream Savers Hard Candy. Indulge your senses with an irresistible taste of fresh strawberries swirled in rich cream. Discover a sensational blend of satisfying flavors that is uniquely Cream Savers. Silky smooth and seductively sweet. Cream Savers provides great tasting, long-lasting satisfaction. These carefully crafted blends are also available in orange and cream. Experience a passion you can savor each day. Now let's see. These are best before the end of December 20th, 2023. So without further ado, let's rip this thing open. Let's get one. Now, as I alluded to before, these were around a bunch of years ago. Then they disappeared off the market for some reason. And now they're back. And now, after all this time, and after another quick swig of sun-kissed mango orange, because I've still got a lot of that chocolatey Tootsie Roll flavor in my mouth. Okay, now I'm on to trying the Cream Saver. Hopefully I didn't get copyright stricken for that silly Tootsie Roll commercial. So we pop this back. Oh, actually, I should show you the small packaging first. See, it's got like the Cream Saver on it. They got a strawberry. They got white and pink swirls all around, which makes it kind of match the big packaging. Now then, pop it open. Get a whiff of that candy. It smells like strawberries. And so, get my teeth on it. Had to unstick it from the inside of the wrapper. Oh, that is the good stuff. The Cream Savers, strawberries and cream hard candy. It's 2 thumbs way, way up. Although, that was weird. Although I will say real quick that initially, it seems like it's also got a similar problem to the stupid globe candy from before. Because now I'm starting to get a hit of that almost perfumey artificial berry flavor. Okay. That changes my opinion a bit. Because I don't remember these things being that artificial taste, that artificially tasting, the artificial flavor being that bad. Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty good. But it's really kind of dampening my opinion of these. Okay, so to expedite things, I do recommend these, but just be wary of that kind of perfumey berry flavor. Now, to expedite things, had to expectorate, because hard candies take a while to dissolve, if y'all weren't aware. Right. Another swig of the Sunkissed. Then we're on to the last of the snacks from the Sweets and Geeks trip all those months ago. And this right here is another piece of candy that reminds me of something from my childhood. The commercials I grew up with revolving around these candies. If y'all give me just a moment, if y'all will permit me, I'm going to go onto YouTube and I'm going to pull up the commercial that I remember from watching, from when I was a kid, seeing on TV. Double check myself. Low pop commercial. Boink. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So apparently the commercial is older than I thought, but that's fine. Okay. Just going to go ahead and shrink myself down here real quick. A bit more. Come on, computer, work with me. Go with, okay, for whatever reason. Okay, there we go. All right, I got it. Boink. Screen share. I said boink. Display. Tap. Bring it up. Okay. Why isn't it letting me share my screen? This computer is going to drive me up a wall one of these days. There it is. There we go. Okay. So now to quickly get off of this. But this commercial right here. I got it. The Blow Pops commercial that I saw when I was a child, playing on your screen right there. From Charles. Strawberry. Watermelon. Ta-da! Pop, pop, pop. That's a blow pop. I say from Charms. What? Cut, cut. Now, hopefully I actually had the sound on for that. Let's go ahead and is the desktop audio on? Let's go ahead and play that commercial one more time. Okay. And of course, it's not playing. Friggin'. Hold on, everyone. Why is this being such a... All right. Let me know in the comments. Let me know over in the comments. Are you actually hearing the commercial? Can you hear the commercial right now?
Hey, from Charms. What? Cut, cut.
Wait a minute. What was that? Why is that popping up? All right. But anyway, for those of you who want to watch that commercial and actually have like the audio, I'm going to post the link to that right here in the comments. Doink and boink, and there you go. And this is in case the audio wasn't actually playing. All right, but anyway, now it's time to actually try this thing. Supposedly it's cherry flavored. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Resize the screen back to where it should be. There we go. Your main focus is now on me. Okay, it's pretty good. Still got a bit of that artificial flavor to it, but not nearly as bad as that friggin' E-Fruity Globe. And memory core has just been unlocked of something silly that my sister and I used to do back when we were little, and it involved lollipops like this. Now, this may look weird to a bunch of you with dirty minds, so stop thinking like that. Seriously, it's bad for your health, your mental health, that is. But we used to basically do this, essentially using our mouth plus the lollipop as like, how am I trying to word this? Anyway, trying to say the words, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, without having to move our lips, and using this as the main thing to change the sound. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, saying silly stuff like that. And yes, I know how weird and crude that probably looked to some of you perverts. But we used to do that kind of crap and crack each other up. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But my verdict when it comes to the cherry bell pop is it's good. It's pretty dang good. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually tempted to try and bite through it to get to the bubble gum. But I'm probably going to hold off on that and do that later, because I still have one more snack that I still have to try. So for the moment, I'm going to pause on sucking on this. And essentially just kind of open the wrapper back up and rest it on the wrapper. And I will say that I do recommend blow pops if you can get them. And the wrapper just tore randomly. But I recommend blow pops if you can get your hands on them. And with that, let me double check, because I don't think there were any nutrition facts on this. Nope, it just says from Charms, and this one says that I am awesome. Not that you can probably read that. Okay, now I'm going to put this somewhere. I'll put it on the laptop, because that can't possibly go wrong. Yes, it can. I'll put it on the shelf that I just recently cleaned up. All right. So now you try one of these Zapp's potato chips, New Orleans kettle style Evil Eye chips. So nutrition facts, as per the usual, as you know, as we do with these fun size reviews. Don't know why I'm doing that because I can't put in a graphic. But there are about 2.5 servings per each container of these chips, and the serving size is 1 ounce or 28 grams or about 20 chips. And the amount of calories per your 1 ounce, 28 gram, 20 chip serving is 150, or if you just eat the entire container, it's 370 calories. Ain't that a pip? Okay. So it's got a nice little blurb written over here on the side. Zapp's potato chips. Beware of the evil eye. The famous New Orleans voodoo queen, Marie Laveau, was rumored was rumored to have one. In this spirit, Zapp's evil eye kettle-style potato chips are subtle with mild heat, yet bursting with flavor. Experience the essence of New Orleans with Zapp's evil eye. Try if you dare. Folks at Zapp's Potato Chips. Enjoy great tasting Zapp's potato chips everywhere in the USA. Please call on our mail order hotline at phone number during normal business hours for prompt shipment, Visa and MasterCard accepted. For a good time and online ordering, please visit our fun site, www.zaps.com. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, and the when I was looking at what they use to make the sour power belts so sour, there was one of 2 different kinds of stuff that they could have used to make it sour. The malic acid, or what they could have used was citric acid. I only bring that up because I was reading over the ingredients list real quick on this one and saw citric acid, and ding, I remembered the thing. So on that note, let's charge right in to opening this up and taking a taste of that evil eye. Ooh. I like the smell of those. One thing, let's see. These are best before July 4th of 2022, so I was 2 days away from these reaching their best by date. So with that said, ooh, check that out. Looks like a very well-seasoned barbecue chip, but I can assure you that's a lot more red than a barbecue chip would be. Here we go. Yeah. Gotta get another one of those. Those are some dang tasty potato chips. Like it said, it's got that, what was it, subtle heat? Yeah, subtle with mild heat. And bursting with flavor. Okay, these I do actually really, truly put my stamp on. I approve of these. If you can get your hands on a thing of Zapp's New Orleans kettle style evil eye potato chips, go for it. I will warn you though, if you are not a fan of spice, don't get them. They add a nice spicy tingle on your tongue. But if you, like myself, are a fan of spice, then by all means, go ahead and get yourself a bag of these. You will not be disappointed. I gotta say, I really, really dig that packaging. Look at that. The evil eye is all over that. It's got like a New Orleans lamppost. Hmm. All right, so I'm going to stop myself there. Otherwise, I'm going to eat this entire bag just sitting here in front of y'all. And I'm sure y'all don't want to see me. Y'all don't want to sit there watching me eat just a whole bag of snacks while I'm on live stream. And I'll be honest with y'all, give me a little bit of feedback. Are you enjoying my live streams? Because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I started the whole live stream thing for Thankmas because I wanted to give back to the community. I wanted to do something good, put our to get our little community out there and have us like do good things for people. And just I don't know if I want to start going over into doing like let's plays because I tried that once and no one seems to watch those. Played through like the entirety of the original Sonic the Hedgehog series for the Sega Genesis, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which almost broke me. And then I played Sonic Mania. Then I tried playing the remake of Resident Evil 2. And like they got no views. So I basically just gave up on the Let's Plays thing. I don't know if I want to get into doing like reactions and stuff. I don't know if I want to like get into doing stuff where I just like grab my ventriloquist puppets and do silly things with them, or if I want to like grab my keyboard and like continuously do, practicing getting better at music and stuff. I don't know if I want to continue doing like the Ask Me Anythings. I'm hoping that was a firework. I don't know if y'all heard that. That off in the distance. We're just going to operate under the assumption that that was a firework. Because, it's getting close to the 4th of July, and idiots around here are shooting off their fireworks when it isn't even the 4th of July yet. It's going to be a lot worse. Well, no. Let's see, what's today? Today is Saturday the 2nd. Tomorrow's Sunday the 3rd. Monday the 4th. Okay, I don't have to go to work the day after the 4th of July this year. Thank criminy. Last year, yeah, I'm willing to tell this story right now. I'm just going to put these chips down. Last year, during the 4th of July, there was some doofus living back that way in that corner behind the house who had like these huge, big, loud fireworks. Like they sounded like stuff that you would like go to. You'd go out to see the fireworks somewhere. This guy sounded like he had that quality, that level of fireworks, like professional fireworks. And the Doofenshmirtz was over there just launching them up into the sky into the ungodly hours of the night. And I had to work the next day. And like they were close enough and loud enough that if I put from where my bed is, if I put my foot against the wall while they were going off, I could feel the vibrations of those stupid fireworks through the wall. And the loud kept me up almost the entire night. And then I had to go to work the next day, friggin' exhausted because of whoever it was over there being a dumb human being. Trying to keep it PG, but for goodness sakes. Thankfully, like I just said, this year, I don't have to worry about going into school. Don't have to worry about going into work the next day. So that dumb person can launch as many fireworks as they want. Monday. Sorry, I had to go on a little rant there. I had to get that out of my head because, as you can tell, that was a year ago and I'm still upset about it. Okay. Ooh. Should really stop doing that. It's going to mess up my knuckles more than it already has. All right. Here, let me take a look and see how long we've been streaming. Close the Tootsie Roll commercial. There's the stream. Okay, still have one viewer. That's fine. All right, y'all. I think since I got done what I wanted to get done over here and reorganized this and made it look a little better, a little different, and since I got through all the fun size reviews that I've been needing to do, then I'm just gonna cut it here, considering it's almost 4:30 and I've been doing this since a little after 1. So thank you all so much for coming back and checking out another one of my live streams. I do truly appreciate it. Truly and greatly appreciate it in each and every single one of you, even though I still can't make the proper heart shape with my hands to save my life. Anyway, I do truly and greatly appreciate it. If you like what you've seen here today, you know the drill. You could like, comment, or subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. And, subscribe if you want. If you don't worry about it. Share my videos with your friends if you want. And if you're not sure, share it anyway, because you could be surprised. And with all of that out of the way, it's your old buddy Oxlamations here saying, Cowabunga, and I'll see y'all in the next episode, the next stream, whatever I'm doing next. I'll see you there. I hope. Later, y'all.